welcome to the Windsor Senior Center's triumphant return of the annual 55 Plus Variety Show. We are so extremely thrilled to have you all here with us today. What a great audience! So providing a little history for those of you who are joining us for the first time for this show. This variety show first debuted way back in 2015. So who was here for us back then? Who joined us for the variety show? Let me hear you. Who joined us? I see a lot of folks who are joining us again. It was such an event way back then that it ran for 5 years straight. And then a really crummy little thing named COVID happened. And that's really all I want to say about that. I can't believe it's been 4 years since we've done this. And it's just so awesome that we're all able to be here again, to put on this fabulous fun afternoon for everyone. So yes, we're back and better than ever. Not only as a Windsor Shad Derby, check out the decor folks, the Shad Derby event, but also with the truly amazing help of our drama therapy grad intern, Brooke Ferguson, who has been with us since September. A big, let me hear it for Brooke. Yes, she is so deserving of every bit of praise because she's amazing. She's truly amazing. I don't want to get emotional, but she has been with us since September. She's done so much for us here at the Senior Center. She ran weekly programming, and the laughter that spilled out of our newly renovated senior lounge was just incredible. It just made us in the office laugh when we heard it over and over again. It was wonderful. So not only did she run the weekly programming back in February, she led a cast of performers to put on a radio play, an old school radio play for Fibber McGee and Molly. I don't know how many of you joined us for that, but that was a huge audience as well. And it was truly fabulous and truly amazing, which I know today will be as well because of Brooke here. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. I would also like to express gratitude to the staff and volunteers of the Senior Center who have helped with a variety of behind-the-scenes details for the show this afternoon. We appreciate each and every one of you and all of their hard work. Our staff, Beth, George, Joe, Samay, Lillian, Val, Sue, Bob, Mary, that's the first act, by the way, no? And to anyone I may have missed, thank you so very much. We certainly could not do it without their assistance either. And then also a big shout out in the back of the house, is that the right terminology, is our Gary Dogowitz, our assistant building and facility manager for the town of Windsor. Big round of applause for Gary. Thank you, Gary. He takes time out of his busy schedule each and every year that we do this to help us with the lighting and the sound. So we cannot express how much we appreciate that, Gary. Thank you so much. I would also like to give another shout out to Jenny, Howard, and Jamil of Win TV for recording the show each year as well. Every time we reach out to them, they're so helpful to us. So we greatly appreciate your help. This show will be aired at a later date for everyone to view again, so it's wonderful. To the sponsors for today's event, Seaberry. They have sponsored this event every year that we've done it as well. This year, they will be providing the after party for our hardworking apps. So without community support, we couldn't do what we do. So we appreciate Seaberry very much. And then finally, to our incredibly talented and outgoing apps, thank you for the time that you put into preparing your apps so that we can all have this fun afternoon. They've worked so hard with Brooke, week after week, getting ready, and it's certainly going to show. So I hope you all have a wonderful time this afternoon, and without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our fabulous director, Brooke Ferguson. Thank you.
And I have a tremendous pleasure of working with all these talented folks that you'll see this afternoon. Before we go any further, I would like to ask you to silence those noise-making devices so that we don't experience any interruptions during this show. We really appreciate that. Thank you. And please also take a note of your nearest exit. There are 2 located up front here, as well as where you came from in the back of the house. So we ask that you acknowledge the vulnerability and the courage that these fine performers are displaying today. It takes a lot of confidence to express oneself in this creative fashion, and I, for one, am extremely proud of each and every one of them. I hope that you send them to the stage with your warmth, respect, and support, and lots of laughter and applause. So yes, just like that. I would just like to take one final moment to express my gratitude to the Senior Center staff, Rebecca, Stephanie, Beth, and the seniors who have joined my programs throughout the last several months. I'm deeply honored to have been in the community with this wonderful group of folks since September, and I can't think of a more perfect way to button up my time here than with this variety show. This is really wonderful. So, we have 13 delightful acts for you today. And after the 7th act, we will have a brief 10-minute intermission. Also, once the show is complete, we invite you to join us in the Senior Center Cafe for refreshments and a little social hour. Okay, so without further ado, it is showtime. Are you ready? We ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the awesome show we have lined up for you. So please welcome our MC, the Senior Center's very own Beth McDonald.
All right, friends and family, are we ready to get this show started? Oh, I didn't quite hear you. Hold on. Can we get that a little bit louder? Are you ready for the show to get started? Awesome. We will kick things off with a returning act that has been given a little bit of a remix. This act promises to make you feel all warm and tingly on the inside, so feel free to follow along with the moves from your seat and put your hands together for Chair Hula.
My father.
fantastic performers. So since this is the Shad Derby and I'm the queen of a good dad joke, I figured this was the perfect opportunity to share what we would do today. What do you call a fish that's wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated! Get ready, there's more where that came from. The next act up takes us back to 1997. With a sweet homage to Selena, our performer, Bessie Garcia, is fun and energetic and a longtime patron of our senior center. Today she will be performing for you Selena's El Chico de Apartamento. I hope that you all brought your best dancing shoes because this is your opportunity to kick up your heels. Please welcome to the stage, Bessie Garcia! I don't know about you guys, but that song had me all hyped up. Are you feeling it too? Awesome. Well, keep that energy level high, but we're going to take it down a notch right now. Continuing on, our senior center has a thriving group of creative writers that meet twice a month. Scribe writers have put together a very powerful piece for you this afternoon. Under the direction of their leader, Elizabeth Thomas, we now ask you to put your hands together for our chorale poem performed by Scribe, the Windsor Senior Center's creative writing group.
Good afternoon. The poem that we will be presenting is a poem that will be for Sister Edna, who was one of the original members of our group and has passed on. So this is for Sister Edna. I come from 3 brothers and no sisters, from brothers who would push me around to brothers who would push me on the swings. I come from a mother who could whistle through her fingers louder than my father could yell.
I come from meatballs, pasta, ravioli, all homemade.
I come from riding on the back of a two-wheeler, playing jacks on a gravel street. Pick up 1, 2, and cow jumped over the moon.
I come from newspapers with Dick Tracy in color on Sundays. I come from clacking typewriters with inky ribbons and slender green Coke bottles for 10 cents a piece. I come from hula hoops, roller skates with keys, pogo sticks, and skinned knees.
I come from being homesick, my grandma's soap opera, As the World Turns, being interrupted with the news that President Kennedy had been assassinated. My mom coming home from her job as a grocery store cashier, prayer card in hand, placed front and center on the bookcase in our living room.
I came from a land far, far away from where I am now. It's my country, the Philippines, is composed, you won't believe it, 7,000 islands. I can't imagine how many there are. But anyway, the Spanish rule brought Christianity to our country. The Americans, the United States of America, introduced public education to all Filipinos, resulting in being the only English-speaking Asian country. My childhood Philippines is long gone now, but they're just but memories that hopefully won't fade away with time.
I come from a wall phone in the kitchen, the cord stretched to reach the back porch for private conversations.
I come from classmates who died in Vietnam and classmates who went to Canada. I come from the world of Dick, Jane, Sally, Spot, and Puff, scary duck and cover drills, chalk clogs from clapping erasers, and free-range biking.
I come from Eldridge in our village, one of 11 children. Brothers treated you like you were one of the boys. Great food at family gatherings, gumbo, pork ribs, and collard greens. Don't forget the Kool-Aid, with large chunks of ice from the ice bin.
I come from a hood.
Thank you.
I come from a cold-water flat, from a nice place in the kitchen. Man. Okay. Iceman, Mama, Iceman.
I come from one potato, two potato, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Out goes Y-O-U. And where do you come from?
What a stirring performance. The beautiful thing about poetry is that it can take you anywhere. That's why we love the creative arts here at the Senior Center. It allows our patrons an outlet for self-expression. Speaking of self-expression, I think it's time for me to express myself with another awesome dad joke. Don't worry, this one's a little bit more timeless of sorts. So, the other day I went to the liquor store and I got carded. As I was looking for my ID, my Blockbuster card fell out, and the cashier looked at me and said, "Never mind." How about this one? Why are elevators jokes so classic and good? Because they work on many levels. Speaking of things that work on many levels, our next act is not only entertaining, it is cerebral as well. Please put your hands together for our next performer who will be showcasing one of his favorite hobbies. We think he should be called the David Copperfield of puzzles because he makes it all look like magic. Please put your hands together for Joel Barola.
Hello everybody, I'm Joel. And my hobby is puzzles. There's so many different puzzles. There's crosswords, there's jigsaws, there's Rubik's Cube, there's puzzles with numbers, there's all kinds of puzzles. Now I'll show you some of mine. This is a very hard puzzle. There's a ring, you have to figure how to take it apart, but the ring won't go down. However, there is a way. As you can probably see, it's complicated. This is a puzzle box. A puzzle box is a box, and the object is to open it. And it is not at all obvious because you look at it, and you look at it, and you don't see anything. But it does open if you keep trying. And there it is. Now, puzzles can be really frustrating sometimes. So if you get really frustrated, I can give you a hammer and a saw. Okay, here's another puzzle. This is pretty complicated. You have all these rings, and the puzzle is take all the rings off of the bar. And it's pretty difficult. However, I can do it if I have a little luck. And the thing about puzzles is they are usually hard. Here we go. puzzle is really, really hard, but you can do it in 2 years. This puzzle, only 2 pieces, you say, holy cow, that looks so simple, how could it possibly be hard? Well, it is hard because you try this, it doesn't work, try this, try that, try this, try that, try, and nothing works. Unless you get lucky or you're very, very smart, the puzzle is to make a pyramid, and this is the answer. And this is my hobby. I have many, many puzzles, and I have a kind of a philosophy of life too, that a little bit like my hobby, which is life is like a difficult puzzle. The answers are not obvious. And sometimes that is how life is. You don't always know what to do or how to do something, or sometimes you have to figure out something. So life can be a bit of a puzzle sometimes. And that's it for me.
Well, I'm going to be scratching my brain on that last puzzle for quite some time. I'm not very good at puzzles, but did I ever tell you about the time that I swallowed an entire puzzle? I know. I was scared at first, but it took me a moment to realize I had finally found my inner peace. You're welcome for that one. But in all seriousness, I don't know if you noticed those beautiful colored boxes that were on Joel's table, but he is going to have them available for you guys to grab upon leaving today. So feel free to hang around after the show. Those will be available for you. Next up, we have an inspirational and powerful gospel piece called "The Blood Will Never Lose Its Power," sung a cappella by Peachy Coutinho. This is Peachy's first ever variety show here at the Senior Center. She has plenty of experience singing at her local church, but today she is making her big debut here on stage, so let's make sure to give her a huge Windsor welcome. Put your hands together for Peachy Coutinho!
That Jesus shed for me way back on Calvary. Oh, it's the blood that gives me strength from day to day. It will never lose its power. The blood that Jesus love that gives me strength from day to day. It will never lose. It will never lose. It will never lose its power.
What a voice, right? It's a very impactful message. We are so grateful that PG decided to provide us with that beautiful rendition this afternoon. I love a great song and its ability to connect with individuals on a deeply emotional level. Not to brag, but I wrote my own song once. Yeah, I know. It was a tortilla, so it was a little bit more of a rap. Okay. You guys want to hear a joke about paper? No, you don't. It's terrible. Okay, now back to the true talent here at our show, our fantastic senior performers. Continuing with the angelic theme, we have two cousins joining us today from up above. Singing Flying Without Wings, can you please put your hands together for the CNA Connection?
Everybody's looking for that something, that thing that makes it all complete. You'll find it in the strangest places, places you never knew it could be. You'll find it in the strangest places. Some find it in their lover's eyes. You know either joy and burden when you find that special thing. You're flying without wings. Some find it sharing every morning. Some find the courage for every eyes. Some find it in the words of others. A simple line could make you laugh or cry. You'll find it in the deepest friendships, the kind you cherish all your life. And when you know how much that means, you find that special thing. You're flying without wings. So impossible it may seem, you have to fight for everything, 'cause who's to know which one let go would have made you complete.
off they go, back off to the heavens. Floating. Once again, special thank you to the CNA Connection, also known as Cheryl Turnipseed and Annie Brock. We only have one more act before intermission. How are you folks doing out here? Awesome. We're so excited. We're just thrilled, honestly, that you all took time out of your busy days to come and join us for such a special program. The variety show is a valued tradition here in the Windsor community, and we definitely could not do this without you. If you are new to our senior center, the variety show is just one of our small offerings here, in addition to all the other fantastic programming that we offer. From day trips to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, to celebrating monthly early bird suppers, to creative gardening programs, talks with herbalists, hitting the trails with our happy hikers, and just so much more. Our goal here is to connect our 55+ community with dynamic leisure programming. If you haven't checked out our most recent newsletter, make sure to grab one on your way out the door. But without further ado, I know you're going to enjoy this next act. They came all the way from the Jurassic era just to tickle your musical bones. So please give it all the way up for Kenny, Fossil, and the Drummers!
It's hard to get good help nowadays. Thank you very much. You know, it's hard to sing these songs with a straight face. Pardon us. For our next song, we're going to fast forward 10 years to the group The Crystals with a Motown sound. During those times, we had meaningful lyrics to rock and roll songs. Lyrics have really meant something. In fact, we invite you, the studio audience, to join us in the chorus, which I will now teach you. Now pay attention. Milbert, you don't have to take this down on your pad over there. The words are, da do run, 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 da do run, run. Let's try that. Da do run, 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 da do run, run. I think I got it. Anywhere, here is the lovely Carol McCumber to sing for you and ask the musical question, da do run, run, run. There she is.
And talk with your neighbor about how awesome the first half was, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you guys again in 10 minutes. Thanks for being a great audience so far. All right, folks, we're back. Go ahead and find your seats, settle in, because we have one heck of a second act for you. So get ready, get your clapping hands warmed up. Let me hear you get those clapping hands warmed up. Oh, just a little bit louder now. Just a little. everybody for our next act. For the second act, we're going to be welcoming to the stage our professional singer, Tamisha. Tamisha has performed at our February Early Bird Supper and most recently jumped on the mic at our April Spring Fling. Tamisha also has her own Facebook page and website, so you can check her out for all of her upcoming events. Kicking us off with some high energy Aretha, we are going to be listening to her rendition of Since You've Been Gone, Sweet Sweet Baby. So please give a high energy welcome to Tamisha. Rejuvenated by your amazing performance, we're going to keep things moving along with another musical piece. Our senior center ukulele group, led by Susan Hill, has been in action for some time now. We love the message that you can learn music at any age, and our folks demonstrate just that. Accompanying Susan Hill this afternoon are Josie Rodriguez and Movita Hudson. Please put your hands together for the Windsor Senior Center ukulele.
This is a ukulele. You have 4 strings. Small, lightweight, easy to play. You could be in the next class. You could be playing the next song, which is called Feeling Groovy. And I hope you're all feeling groovy today.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Feeling groovy.
So here's a song written by Hank Williams in 1951. How many of you were born in 51? Anybody? How many were alive in 51? More like it. So it's a song especially for you because you're such a good-looking audience. Say, hey, good-looking, what you got cooking? How about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we can find out a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford runner, $2 bill, and know what's right over the hill. Soda pop and the dancing breeze. So if you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How about saving all your company? No door licking, you know I've been choking. How's about keeping steady company? I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence. Find me one for 5 or 10 cents. Turn big over covered with age. Writing down a name on every page. Oh hey, sing it with us. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up with me?
Thank you again, Windsor Senior Center Ukulele Group, for some of our favorite classics. Am I right? Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're going to continue on with the musical acts right now, and we're going to be time traveling back again to 1997 and welcoming back to the stage Bessie Garcia as she does her rendition of Selena's Valdez. Let's give it up for Bessie!
Quisiste, quisiste, ya ver, viste tú que no
All right, let's give it another round of applause for Betsy Garcia. This second half has been filled with so much wonderful music. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. Absolutely. Are you still having an amazing time? I couldn't quite tell. Oh, are you sure you're having an amazing time? Seems like having an okay. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure. We are excited to welcome our next performer, Carol McComber. Carol is returning to the stage as a solo act this time. Carol, if you don't know her already, is quite the character and has performed with the Win TV production of Back to the Future a few years ago. And in February, she played Gildersleeve in the WSCP Troops radio play production of Fipper, McGee, and Molly. We love Carol's witty humor and her hilarious and optimistic outlook on life. We wonder what's up her Gildersleeve with this next number. Performing a timeless classic by Perry Como, please put your hands together for The Patient Singer.
Hello. I'm so embarrassed. Look at this. When I signed up to do this show, I didn't realize, well, I totally forgot, I had a medical procedure scheduled for the same day. So I couldn't get out of either, so here I am. I just hope I get back to the hospital before they notice I'm gone. Should have seen me driving down the highway with it sticking out of my sunroof. I'll be singing Perry Como's classic, It's Impossible. And of course now I'm going to have to change up the words a little bit. Okay, hit it, maestro. Colonoscopy. Lord, I pray it isn't true. You do that to me. Colonoscopy. Shove a probe into my bum. Well, that's not possible. Give me drugs and conceal me so I won't feel you going through me. I bless the day I never think of you, but that's not possible. 40 ounces of magnesium citrate. That's impossible. If you tried it, you would never want for more. It's just not possible. And tomorrow, if they ask me to take more, I'll say, forget it. I I would sell my very soul and not regret it. But, oh, that's impossible. Colonoscopy keeps you running for the door, but that's impossible. And in 3 years, you'll be coming back for more. How is that possible? And tomorrow, if they ask me how it went, somehow I'll tell them I will sell my very soul. And then they'll tell me that you'll never need again a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. Ooh, colonoscopy. How could I possibly top that? Not even gonna try. Our next piece is a very special one, although I would argue that every performance here today is truly special. During the 2017 variety show, Bob Ellis did stand-up comedy for the first time ever. His subject matter was our very own senior service coordinator, Rebecca Joyce. Bob painted a, well, shall we say, interesting picture of Rebecca at the time, and now he's back to try and make up for what he did, essentially. He has titled this, The Unroasting of Rebecca. Let's give a big round of applause for Bob Ellis.
This is not fortification, it's only clean water. Okay, you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, well, as you said, this is actually my second attempt at stand-up comedy. I know. The reason I'm sitting down, number one, I have a bad back, and number two, my wife, Polly, told me I should never do stand-up comedy again. But here I am. And it's for a good reason, really. I think last time I was here, several years ago, I kind of made fun of our esteemed, beloved coordinator, Rebecca Joyce, by implying that she may have a drinking problem. So I'm here today to set the record straight and to apologize to Rebecca. Rebecca, can you raise your hand or something? Again? You over? Where are you? Over here. All right. Don't go away. Anyway, I am sorry, Rebecca, for the image that I left the crowd with. That you didn't deserve it. As Rebecca explained to me later, all those empty whiskey bottles that I found in her desk did not belong to her. They were confiscated by her from her staff. So there's George and Stephanie, Beth and Dee, They were all members of her staff, and in the end, I think they appreciated her intervention, and it kind of turned their lives around, really. Carol McCumber was also a member of her staff at the time. Well, yeah, you can probably tell from her previous performance series, you've just on, that she didn't make it out of rehab. So, and she has since, retired for the good of the senior center, I think. Anyway, Rebecca, this is about you, and I not only want to give you an apology, but I want to give everybody a different image. I want to commend you, really, for all the effort that you're making to make the senior center a better place to visit, sort of a home away from home for all of us seniors. Some of the projects people probably never heard of that you were involved with or still involved with. For instance, that garden that you have growing behind the tennis courts where nobody can see it. It's a very nice garden. I'm a little amazed at the crop you decided to grow there. It's not often you see poppies growing right next to cannabis. But I do think it served as an inspiration for our governor and legislature to have similar gardens growing all around the state, make the whole state happy. And I think it was an inspiration to use the food share facilities to process and distribute the flowers. And while I'm at it, there are other changes that you're making. I don't know what you call it. I think you deserve some credit for reviving the numbers game. We used to be called the numbers racket. It was controlled by the mob. Big cities and stuff. It used to be. And she revived it, had it installed here, and it became very popular. I think the key was renaming it bingo. I think and I think really that you deserve the 10% that you're skimming off the top. And you helped Faye Lavoie in her meditation class, I know. She has a class on meditation that she conducts every week, I think, or several times a week, I'm not sure. But it's become even more popular after you instructed Faye to how she and her class really could reach a higher level of meditation, I think, if she and her class help you harvest the crop from the garden. It makes Faye's job a lot easier when her whole class comes into classroom already happy, almost I don't know, it's a very happy mood they're all in. But let's see, what else we have? The negotiations that Rebecca has going on with Dee Abrams. Now, Dee is, if you don't know her, she's the physical exercise guru here at the Senior Center. And we have a separate exercise room that Rebecca's got different ideas about. She's talking to Dee about maybe replacing some of that stupid equipment and installing something that gives you a little more pleasure, like slot machines. Slot machines and the roulette wheel and the dice table, I think, would go a long way towards improving the services here. I think that the people that currently attend Dee's aerobics classes will find that much easier to throw a pair of dice than it is to do all those silly exercises. I think of the trip she'll save to the Mohegan Sun, you know. Oh yeah, the lounge room, yeah. We have a lounge room here that nobody lounges in it. I mean, it's used for meetings and stuff like that, but Rebecca's got a different idea for the lounge room. She wants to turn it into a massage parlor. I think we all know what that means by massage parlor. But when you think about it, you know, it's not a bad deal. While all the ladies come in and play their bingo, you know, the men can come in and partake of at least one of the services provided by the senior center. Oh, and the newsletter. Yeah. She's got great ideas about the newsletter. Excuse me, just one second. Thank you. I don't know what other choice you had, haven't we? Anyway, the newsletter that we have, it currently consists of promoting all the events and the services that the Senior Center has. It's a nice newsletter, really, but it's, how can I put this? It's boring, you know. I mean, a little mundane. You know, where's the gossip, you know, the scandals, the rumors? Where's the editor's spirit of today's journalist, you know? They're just not there. So it's not like we don't have, you know, a wealth of stories that we could put in there that would really be attractive and kind of spruce it up a little bit. Rebecca, we can talk afterwards, but I've got a couple of, one particular story about Brooke Ferguson's radio show rehearsals that we used to conduct in what used to be the lounge area there. And I won't go into details about what happened during those rehearsals. This is for the radio show that we had, the Frippa McGee and Molly thing. And Brooke was responsible for directing the whole thing. But the rehearsals were something else. I won't go into details, but just say that there was a lot of heavy breathing going on. Now, Brooke will explain that was simply, innocently, a relaxation exercise. But think of what you could do with the newsletter. The headlines alone, you know, you'd say, you know, passionate seniors with a big question mark, you know. Heavy breathing heard in private room at the senior center. That guy that could replace the National Enquirer in no time. I think I've done a pretty good job of describing what Rebecca is doing here at the Senior Center. I hope I've accepted my apology, and I think we're lucky to have Rebecca here, really. That she's done a marvelous job. You know what would be cool? Is that we could take up a collection here today, you know, sort of a captured audience. I could pass the hat around. The idea is to get something for the Senior Center that would kind of commemorate Rebecca and her efforts to make this a really nice place. Nothing like that. I'm not saying we should build a statue, nothing like that. That's a little dramatic. But I was thinking, maybe replace the sign outside the Senior Center. The one that says, very clever sign maker, it says Senior Center. It lacks a little pizzazz, you know. I think if we could replace that with maybe a neon sign, flashing neon sign, would that be neat? And instead of Senior Center, we could rename it, something like Rebecca's House of Pleasure. I think that's about it. You guys have been a good audience. Rebecca, you're a good sport.
Well, I'm not exactly sure that everything that Bob said about the senior center is true. The one thing I will say is that we're willing to take the gamble and grow the different distance to make sure that our seniors are taken care of here. In the meantime, there's no arguing the fact that Bob is making his comedy dreams come true. If you know Bob, you know he played Fibber McGee in the radio play as well. One more time for Bob Ellis, everyone. Believe it or not, we are nearing the end of our variety show. Have you been having fun so far? Awesome. We're so glad that you could spend time with us this afternoon and watch live theater together. It really is something special to see our members use their creativity and the arts to bring everything together, hence why we are on our 6th year. As we anticipate the final act of the evening, I would like to ask any performers that are sitting in the audience to make their way backstage for the end of the show. And now, the time has come for our big finale. You are about to see a lip sync performance unlike any other. This piece was a huge undertaking for everyone involved. We think you'll be wowed by the amount of effort put into this act. Please give the biggest round of applause you've made all day for An Adventure in Love.
Pretty woman,
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Ba 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 Peggy Sue, oh how my heart yearns for you.
Wow, everyone, what an amazing show! So welcome, let's hear it for our performers. Let's bring them all back to the stage for the end of the 2023 Variety Show. Can we please give it up for Chair Hula, Iva, Allison, Annie, Brock, Rick, Corso, Pat, Edward, Jackie, Gordon, Bobita, Hudson, Jackie Rodriguez, or Josie Rodriguez, Pat Simmons, and to now it's Cheryl Turnipseed. Performing songs by Selena Bessie Garcia. Our scribe writers, Iva Allison, Bonnie Jean Goulet, Mary Bryce, Josie Rodriguez, Andrea Shanor, Elizabeth Thomas, and Virginia Bell. A showcase of puzzles, Mr. Joel Barola. Gospel by Peachy Cutino. The CNN Connection, Annie Brock and Cheryl Turnipseed. Kenny Fossil and the Relics, Linda Bonner, Ken Forrester, Bob Ellis, and Carol McCopper. Rebecca Joyce, Bernie Simmons, Josie Rodriguez, Cheryl Turnipseed, and Joseph Harry. Thank you again, performers. Thank you, tech. Thank you, audience. We hope you'll join us for the reception in the cafeteria, and don't forget to grab your origami box on the way out. Have a great night, everybody.
And thank you, Beth, our awesome MC of the evening. Thank you, Beth.
Before everyone departs, I would just like to once again thank our fabulous drama therapy intern, Brooke. Thank you so much, Brooke. You've been amazing. She's the best. Big round of applause.